Rebecca is pregnant. Oh my God, you were not supposed to know that. If they always do that, guess what? They're spilling your tea to somebody else. My name is. There are a few things that I have learned about friendship. Not everyone is your friend. People always say this, like, oh, that's my friend, oh, that's my friend. Like, people are too quick to call people their friends when those people are not actually their friends. You need to learn to differentiate between acquaintances and your friends. People that you hang out with, or you are in the same room together with other people, but you will not necessarily hang out with them outside of the presence of other people. Some of the people that you call your friends are just acquaintances. You know the same people, you hang out at the same spot, but you don't talk outside of those places that you hang out with. If you have a problem going on, you're not going to call that person for help, or you know that you can't call that person for help. You don't hang out with that person outside of your other friends. That's not your friend, that's your acquaintance. And those kind of friends are okay. You just have to know where in your life to put them. You don't have to push them away or cut them off. Just be aware that when push comes to shove, this person may not be there for me. This person is not really my friend. I may not be able to rely on this person in certain situations. So not everyone is your friend. Learn to differentiate between your acquaintances and your real friends. Do not share your private information with your chatty friends. If you have friends who talk a lot and they always do this, Rebecca is pregnant. Oh my God, you were not supposed to know that. If they always do that, guess what? They're spilling your tea to somebody else. And many of them, they mean well. Many of them don't mean to put your business in the streets. Many of them don't mean to take your life and share with people. They just have diarrhea of the mouth. They just can't help themselves. So even if your BFFFFFFN for life is a ... your secret, keep it with you. Because if you don't want the streets to know that thing, don't tell her, because you will hear it all. The Bible says that in the abundance of words, sin is present. Which means that every time you talk, if you talk a lot, there's a possibility that you're going to say something that you didn't want to say. And that's the thing with people who talk too much. If they're spilling other people's secrets to you, they're spilling your secrets to other people. And also pay attention to friends who gossip and slander other people. Those friends, if they talk crap about people to you, they're talking crap about you to other people. You're not special, oh. You're not the exception to the rule. If they're chatty, don't tell them your business. They will tell other people, whether they mean to or not. Friends who compete with you are not your friends. There's no competition in friendship. We should be supporting each other, uplifting each other, maybe even challenging each other. But we're not trying to one-up each other. If one person is talking about their accomplishment, you don't have to one-up them by mentioning something that happened to you that's better than what happened to them. You know, if someone is rejoicing about something, join them to rejoice. If someone has something, don't try to get that same thing as well or even be better. Now, you can be motivated by your friend's success and want to be or want to have some of the things that they have because you admire them. But if you're doing it because of a competition, or she's engaged, and then you have a boyfriend, now you're pressuring your boyfriend to propose to you too because if she's engaged, she can get married before me. That's crazy. Well, she got a raise at work. Let me work hard so I can get a raise too. That competition mindset, it's not in friendship. True friendship, you're happy for your friends. You push each other, you motivate each other to grow. You challenge each other, you uplift each other, but you don't try to one-up one another. That's not friendshipable. Enemies do that. It's okay to outgrow friendships. Maybe 5 years ago, you and your friend were right there. You liked the same stuff. You had the same goals, the same dreams, like the same morals, like you like the same everything. And then it's 5 years later and you realize that what your friend likes is no longer what you like. You realize that you just outgrew each other. You're just two different people at this point. It's okay. You're not supposed you're not supposed to just stay. As a human being, you're always supposed to grow and improve. And sometimes when you grow and you improve yourself, you realize that the friendships that you have, you've outgrown some of those friendships. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you outgrow people, and when you do, sometimes you just have to leave them where they are and just continue on with your life. The people that you call your best friend, number one is the person who's there for you, right? And you're there for them. But you also need to have similar lifestyles, similar values, similar morals. You guys are on the same journey, on the same path. It's just recently that I actually got this revelation. You can't just call someone best friend because, oh, we're so close and I've known her the longest, or this or that. Our lives have to be in sync. Our values have to align. Spiritual values, physical values. If politics is important to you, then you guys have to be on the same page with politics. Your friend, you cannot be a hard conservative and your best friend is a hard liberal, and they believe in all the liberal stuff, and they believe in enforcing all the liberal stuff like abortion, gay marriage, all that stuff, and you're a conservative, you don't believe in gay marriage, you don't believe in abortion. If you guys don't click on morals, on a morals standpoint, you don't click on a spiritual standpoint, your lifestyles are different. They like to party, smoke weed, do drugs, you like to go to church and you don't cuss, and you're very prim and proper. What foundation do you have for that best friendship? You guys have to be on the same length. So if you don't have to agree on everything, but the significant things, you have to be on the same page. And if you realize that you've drifted apart and your values or what they stand for is a lot different from what you believe in, you shouldn't be calling that person your best friend. There's nothing wrong with being friends with a person like that, but someone that's your best friend, no. And you have to understand that your friends are a reflection of you. Your best friend is an even bigger reflection of you. If someone wants to get to know you and they want to form an opinion of you, and they say, I'm not going to spend time with her, I'm just going to spend time with her best friend and see what her best friend is like, and from her seeing the way her best friend carries herself, I'll be able to form my opinion of who that girl is. What kind of opinion do you think that people will have about you based on what they saw your best friend doing? If you are not proud of what your best friend is doing, she should not be your best friend. If you feel like, oh no, what she's doing is not a reflection of me because that's not who I am, that person should not be your best friend. Because what do they say? Show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Bad company corrupts good company. Whether you become like your friends or they influence you or not, people will always judge you based on who you hang out with. And if you do not agree with a lot of things that your best friends do or your friends do, you probably shouldn't be friends with them. There's an African quote that says, birds of the same feathers flock together. If you don't agree with some of the things that your friends are doing, you shouldn't be friends with them. If you don't co-sign to the lifestyle that your best friend lives, she should not be your best friend. He should not be your best friend. Because people will form an opinion of who you are based on who you hang out with, based on who your best friend is. If you cannot co-sign your lifestyle, they should not be your best friends. So these are a few things that I've learned about friendship. Please let me know in the comment section below some other things that you have learned about friendship. Please consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.